Grand Risings. Thank God for another day, no complaining and no crying. This is another one here for Dad Chat TV. I'm your host, Papa Stretch. Um, yeah, we back out here, man. Southside, we outside, man. You know what I'm saying? Coming live from the Merrick Boulevard district of things. Yeah, like and subscribe. Leave comments, good or bad. We appreciate it. Share it to all your peoples. Um, that's all we asking for, you know what I mean? We ain't asking for none of that other stuff, the nation. I ain't doing all that up here, you know what I mean? I'm trying to just get this message out here and get it passed around to enough people, you know. If everybody wants to donate ever in the future, I mean, that's your choice. But I'm not gonna get up here and never and if you donate or hit the we ain't doing all that, man. Because this information, this dialogue, and this knowledge and this platform, I want it to last forever and it's free. I want to open up doors and conversations for years to come. You know what I'm saying? For my kids, for your kids, especially these young men out here, the ones that's 17, 18 now, the 9s, the 12-year-olds, the 4, the 5s, even the ones that ain't born. You know what I mean? We will eventually be trying to read through the comments and getting back to the people as much as we can. God willing, there'll be a lot of people interacting with us. So you know what I mean? But never we soliciting up here. So let's make that clear. But I will appreciate always and have to ask, put the like and subscribe button, you know what I mean? And please leave a comment. But on that note, Papa Stretch here, another one for Dad Chat TV, live from Mama Davis location. New York for President, as always, polished by Pretty. Go check it out on YouTube. My sister, she's one of the biggest things out there. Here, she got the nails and other female accessories to keep y'all looking beautiful for y'all men or even for yourselves. You know what I'm saying? Green, Clean by Envy, pardon me. The Lebanon, New Hampshire area, Hanover, greater area. Please check them out. Also sponsored by VOE Entertainment, Victory Over Everything, that's a must. And God, we always trust. Yeah, man. You know how I'm saying, man. This is another one so we can just figure out how to navigate through these borders, man. Fatherhood is it's like an ocean, man. It's up and down and strong. The current will take you. Sometimes it's wonderful and enjoy, and sometimes it's cold and treacherous, man. But as long as you figure out how to navigate, you'll be able to get to where you gotta go. Pardon me today, you know what I'm saying? I just jumped out the shower a little bit, man. So, I just grabbed the first shirt I grabbed, you know what I mean? Pardon me. Don't ever get it twisted. I know you always see it back, but we gotta try. Shout out New York for President. Y'all see that, Liberty Son? But it's always Mets, y'all. It's always Mets. It's always Mets, man. Unless it's another type of dad hat or, a bucket or something like that. But basketball, it's always Mets, you guys. Always Mets. But with that being said, all that good stuff here on Dad Chat TV. How we do it raw and uncut. I ain't got no editing, nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? So take it how we get it, man. Pardon me. But the message is bigger than the messenger and the presentation. You know what I'm saying? So let's shout out my babies, Baby, that's my oldest one. Kristen, shout out to my youngest, which is the actual baby. Scylla Willow Pillow Armadillo, that's what I call her. She's in the next room waiting for me to come play hide and go seek with her. We're gonna do that soon. So yeah. I think about a lot of topics. I'm one of the guys whose brain never really shuts off, so I don't sleep much. So I thought about a lot of topics, but you know what? I'm gonna go off the top of the head with this one. Well, it's a few, and it's not really off the top of the head, but it's a few ideas I was juggling around with. We're gonna deal with fathers in incarceration today. I want to get that out there. It's a big one. I think the Lord blessed me, although I was young and wild, and when it came to dealing with women, I was always safe for the most part. But I can say I have, had my fair share of being a sushi boy, as Father Tom told the other day, he had his kid young, 16, 17. R.I.P. my friend Whoop, he had his young. A lot of other people I know, my mother was a mother at 18. Um, there's a lot of people I know. And I believe the good Lord, even in the early years of being with my ex off and on, I wanted a kid with her real bad. And then it got to a point where I thought I wasn't able to have children. Never was diagnosed or anything. It's just you're a young man, you're out there doing what you're doing, and it's like none of them pop up pregnant. Like something got to be wrong, and then they end up pregnant other places. Kind of thought it was me. So, with that being said, I experience a lot of people I know, older people, those I call elders. Some might call OG, OT, old head, whatever you want to call them. You know what I'm saying? But I've experienced a lot of guys who have been incarcerated during their children's lives. Whether it's 2 days or, which is the worst type, is 6, 7 months and better. So coming where I'm from, as we know, one of the greatest historical black neighborhoods, South Jamaica, Queens. People know the history of the 80s and the 90s and the epidemic and crack and the streets. There's a lot of guys from my era. I won't say a lot of people in my family, not really none of my family, but just the environment, the people I grew up with, the people my mother hung around, the people my uncle hung around. It wasn't that they hung around just the street or criminal element. It's just, everybody had friends and people they know growing up all their lives, and some just happen to do certain things. Nothing don't make them less of a friend. You don't always have to get involved. Let them live their life, good or bad, whatever comes from it. But you can still be their friend and be there for them whenever you're involved. And that's kind of how my life was. And I've lived in South Jamaica predominantly all my life. Shout outs to Hollis, shout outs to Richmond Hill, shout outs to Uptown, shout outs to the Bronx. I lived a few places, but majority of my childhood was in South Jamaica. Most of my playing, my grandmother owned the house here since '68. You know what I mean? Until like 2012 or 13. Both my uncle and my mother was born in Queens. Maybe one or two of my uncle kids were born in Queens. All my mother kids were born in Queens. All our kids, all my siblings' kids. You know what I'm saying? So it was like we've been in South Jamaica for 40, 50 years. No, I'm tripping. Maybe like almost 60 years. You know what I mean? And with that being said, we experienced a criminal element. So I've known people personally who had their parents incarcerated, especially father, and I know guys who were incarcerated during their children's lives. And it's a tough situation. Also, as y'all know, I've been incarcerated and I've been there with guys who told the story. This is why I create this platform. I think my aura and my energy allows people to know that, a lot of my life I've been a jokey, but also serious and a very sympathetic and sometimes empathetic individual. And through the blessings of God, I think He gave me the aura for a lot of different men in life to sense where they could be vulnerable. And I say it's a blessing because a lot of people don't feel like they can be vulnerable, especially men around other men, whether they know them, like I said in the previous videos, long time or a short time. But I'm not one of them guys, like I said. Even in my worst days of being a jokey, ignorant little fool and just playing all the damn time, you know, I still know when to turn it on and off, especially in certain people's situations in life. You understand? So it's like I've had people cry, like I said, about their children. Some guys losing their children. The women who play games with their children, say things to hurt a man's feelings, and oh, other men gonna be raising your kids and things of that nature. I watch men break down and cry. Some of the strongest, toughest men, and it didn't make them nothing less than tough and strong. It's just unfortunate to see, something in some people that is so strong in a species that is so strong and dominant, and we're taught we got to always keep that up, you know. And um, we'll get into in future videos. I'm on the fence when it comes to certain things about mental health and certain titles under the mental health banner. But I ain't gonna get into too much of that right now because I'll be rambling. But I'm not trying to deviate from my mission. But I watch men feel less of, and in some ways they should. Just as a man, I have to be 100% honest. I only could be honest for us to get better. And I pray anybody out there has information about things I speak or my story in my life that can help me, be honest with me. Be brutally honest. Don't disrespect. Don't try to hurt my feelings or anything like intentionally to just try to demean me, because I would never do that to any of y'all out there. But tell me the truth and the harsh truth. Because even if I'm not receiving it well at that moment, I'll be able to see it be planted in my head. And then sometime I can check in with that information when I'm alone, using the bathroom part of me, you got, or having a smoke by myself for 5 minutes, or going to the store, or just 5 minutes of reading a book or listening to a book, or doing the dishes or me working out, whatever it is, you know what I mean? So with that being said, you should feel some way, but not to the full extent of feeling like it's won over, things can't be fixed, or you should be punished forever. Unless you're a pedophile or the R word, gotta be careful on this YouTube thing, they say. Then I don't believe there's no true redemption, even if it was, God forbid, someone in my family. But for almost everything else, even if it was done to mine, that's the way God intend for us. I'm not one of the people that just can only speak on when things are my way or the things on the better upper hand for me. What about when I'm on the losing end? I want to always speak on the I. But it's like, if you're in there and you effed up, and especially if you caught the bids and doing the things while your kids were alive and of certain age, you got to take the blame. I didn't live that life too much into my kid's life. Maybe a few years I did in the beginning for a baby's life. I'll be honest about that, because I had other ways and done things other ways, but that was what was able to help me keep my level of independence and not be a person to have to lean or beg from people in life. I was able to live good for myself for years, so it wasn't easy just going without. I didn't do it for the thrills or anything. I did it for the fears of not having enough of my child, or nothing wrong with taking some time to figure it out and going through struggle. But a lot of men, as myself, we go through the straddling the fence of, I don't mind waiting and struggling for my next dollar, but it's different when somebody needs something from you. I don't know how other men take it. I know me, is one of my biggest fears, just not having enough for my babies. I've been through that struggle as a child in life, and when I got old enough, when I started packing bags and doing whatever little miscellaneous jobs I can at 11 and 12 around here in this neighborhood, handing out flyers for Senator Huntley, shoveling snow, whatever I could, just to help my moms out, because I remember the time that we didn't have it. So when my chance came ever in life, whether I was with the mother or not, it hurts my heart the times when I didn't have it, as I left that world alone, because it's not a great feeling. But you got to get over it. Us as men, we got to be able to struggle and say it's all right sometimes to not have things for them. God willing, most people usually have somebody around. So as long as it's food and necessity, nobody wants to beg, but we got to put our pride aside and not be afraid to ask. That was one of my issues. And I thank God that I got aware of it early enough before I had to actually crash and be away for a long stint, you know? That doesn't make me better than nobody. Because I spend some little days, I spend weeks in um, maybe a couple weeks, 2 weeks, 2 3 weeks at a time type situations, like 2 times since my daughters have been alive. But other than that, I came to the realization, which I knew was all God's plan, God's graces, and His blessings to maybe become a father later on in life, so I can get this out of my system early, you know. But for the guys who still do, and God forbid, get caught up in certain situations, I don't knock them either. Because if I feel that way about things with my baby, as I told y'all, when they told me my babies might not have the best vision or might have possibility of what my eye problems are, you know, I shed a few tears. It really hurt my heart, and anything with them. Even when I punish them and I pop them, it hurts my heart. Like when they fight each other, like anything simple, saddening, or them not having, or it hurts me. So I could imagine how other men who actually have care and concern for their kids, not just love. I feel a lot of men have love for their children, but that care and concern is a big difference than a lot of us. And like I said, I've seen guys that have been in there and felt bad because they can't see their kids. And even the ones who get the trailer visits and were married to their mothers, you know what I'm saying? It's not easy. Trying to chastise and tell them to stop and listen, all that over the phone, and still trying to stay in touch. So when hopefully God bless you to come home, they'll still know you. You understand? The guys who in there and haven't spoken to their kids in years because the mothers dirty mac them, or not even the women who ain't foul like that and don't dirty mac the father. It's just that kid is watching other kids have. And as foul as it sounds, some kids, as you get a little certain age, as myself, you can live with just thinking in your mind, man, my daddy dead, so I ain't got my daddy pat, my daddy dead. I can live with that. Then the thoughts are known, and he's alive and he's just not around. Like I was one of the kids, I would have been grateful with a day out of the month with my father, for that, you know what I'm saying? Just to have any whoever the fuck, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's like that, and then it's rough because a lot of kids love their father and they want to listen, they want to do all these things. But a lot of times they do be mad. You know what I mean? That's why I think a lot of guys, I've seen some guys who had decent success with it because I feel how my mother did with me and my siblings. It's like I'm trying to do with y'all, my public, who I care about here, that right here on Dad Chat TV. You gotta give the truth sometimes, man. If the outfit is somebody's wearing a dirty outfit, I don't have to be like, hey, yo, you dirty such and such, you bum da 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 da. Look at the pieces you got on. I don't gotta do that. Yo, listen. There's a stain or two on the shirt before somebody else comes with the BS and trying to joke. We ain't even doing all that. You know what I mean? Let's go maybe change or let me knock. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with judging, but judging with righteousness. You know what I mean? Judge to help, not judge for humiliation. I'm not gonna act like I'm some perfect man. I ain't never done it. Once again, Dad Chat TV is here for all of us to get better. I'm here giving all the good information and advice I've came across to help y'all on some things and to receive some. Don't ever get it twisted, y'all. Don't ever. We're here for both of y'all. You know what I mean? But yeah, so that's it's a rough road. I watch guys, like I said, cry and love their kids, but it's just like the chips is stacked against them. And I ain't never knocking no man that steps in and help take care of kids. If you love a woman out there, that's a blessing. If the mothers never appreciate it, stepdads don't matter. The t-shirts are coming soon. They deserve appreciation, but does not neglect the fact that could and should still love their parent, which primarily we talking about the dads who was locked up. You know what I'm saying? Me being a single person, yes, God forbid I was locked up, my kids around, I would be mad, sad, and upset about somebody else being there and help raising them. But one, I gotta blame myself. Can't blame nobody else. That's the first thing. Two, I gotta be grateful enough to say, God, please just allow someone that won't hurt them and someone who's gonna care enough to do the little things I can't do right now. You know? And I also create this platform for guys to have a dialogue, you know what I mean? I watch, my mother work things out with my little sister's sister mother. You know what I mean? On the strength of Danielle, which is my little sister's sister, but we raised like she was our sister because they were woman enough to get past that situation. I watched my aunts do it. I watched plenty of women on earth do it. Sometimes society, sometimes ignorant women, and sometimes just the ignorance and the bravado of men. They always got to be the dudes on the opposite end and angry and fighting. Oh, I had it, or I've been had it, or I did it with my son. It ain't my son. Well, I'm taking care of him now while I'm doing this. And I was never them guys that like that, man. You know what I'm saying? Whether the father is locked up or not, man. So it's a double way thing, man. It's a double way highway, you know. Hopefully this get out into the world where, the dudes in jail can hear this. Where they can understand, yo, that guy might not be so bad because he's with the mother of my children I didn't want or she didn't want me. And, he's a good guy. He's doing little things just in a manly thing. Any man's gonna take care of a situation he's in the household he's in. Even if sometimes there's other kids involved. I don't promote it. I'm not you know what I'm saying? I know it's wonderfulness. I played the role and all that, but I would never promote been going just to be a stepfather. I mean, let that be something organic and natural. You meet a woman, find a woman, want to be with a woman, love a woman, care about her situation, and she has kids, which are wonderful and good kids, and you be there. Don't like I would promote attempt to start your own family first because they still come with issues. Just like for women out there, I would promote my daughters or men. Try to find a man who don't have a bunch of men. I'm not saying he's a bad guy. But if every individual got to know themselves, you ain't strong enough to deal with other people, just some part of it being around and everything that comes with all the humans and being, it's not for everybody, man. Sometimes it's best to just start fresh, man or woman. So that way y'all issues just be the issues y'all be dealing with. There'll be no flashbacks, no triggering of this, or the women feeling like, you giving her, you showing little petty signs of the guy who did leave, or the woman the dude feeling like this woman showing signs of the last woman that did him wrong. You know what I'm saying? So like I promote everybody just start fresh. You know what I mean? Pardon me, y'all. But yeah, back to the thing. You know what I mean? And with children, if your father just out there foolish and reckless and he tells you the truth and he don't care, concern, I mean, step off from him. F him. But if you have a father who's remorseful, who can take your lick, and I would promote and sidetrack fathers. You haven't been around for these kids and done the certain things because of your actions or not even want to be there, living a fast life, chasing women or being incarcerated. You have to give kids a grace time. Just like when you beat them and punish them, we have to give our children a grace time to punish us. If they're outside of nothing outside the parameters of fuck you motherfucking piece of shit, unless they're grown or something, you understand you can't do nothing about that. When they're young, let them yell and scream. No, he wasn't here. Let them hang up on you. Let them not write you. Let them be mad. Just keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep trying. That's what they're gonna know, because you didn't do all the things that was necessary at the little small things of putting it together, helping with the homework, playing and all that. So now you got to be able to just keep giving it, no matter even if you ain't getting it back for a while. If you've been in your kid's life and done the right thing and all, and they show you hate as you get older, let them go about their business. Turn your back on them. I'm not even mad about that. Because, once again, how much can you love something that will never love you back? I don't care who you are as a human. Forget man or woman, young or old. Pardon me, y'all. My youngest is coming in. How long are you going to play? 5 more minutes, okay? I'm coming right now. I'm finished recording right now. Close the hallway door when you go back in. Pardon me, y'all. As y'all see, you know what I'm saying? Y'all got a few more minutes from me, man. A few more minutes, man. But I've told this to certain people in my family, you know what I mean? When they have issues with this, like, oh, no, they won't want to deal with me. I asked them to come out to eat. I said, bro, you got to take that. You got to take that. because you're gonna punish and do. I punish my children every time they get out of line as best as I could, just so they can get the reparation going up. Not reparation, I mean repetitiveness. Excuse my words. The repetitiveness of them understanding wrong about 100 times. All right, I gotta get it right. But parents gotta accept that, especially the guys when y'all locked up. Let them kids be mad. Let them be a little angry. Let them scream a little bit. Let them yell, bro. You did wrong. It's about accountability. We have to take accountability. But if you keep showing past the rage and anger, they will come along. Go, Armadillo. Go back in the living room. Okay? They will come along. They just need to see, like, then you ain't show for the little this. Let me see if you're going to stick around after a little bashing. And a lot of dudes check out, like, I ain't there. Next you know, you looking for that kid to give you a kidney on your deathbed or something, or a lung, or a liver, or whatever, a blood transfusion. And then you're sad. Because rightfully so, this kid's like, bro, you ain't sure for nothing. You ain't even stick around. Let me get my Zol for you. You ain't give a darn about me no way around the board. You shot me out and just spit me off into the world. So, with that being said, I mean, a lot of guys just got to be able to do that and just accept it, because it'll come a time, you know what I mean? It might not be right away. It might not be, you know what I mean, at a certain age, but it'll come. But you just got to let it pass, you know, and continue to be there and continue to show up. Keep trying to be in their world. As they get older, kids never stop needing parents' help. 19, 18, 20, 40, 50s. We see it every day in real life. You understand? President's son needed his father's help because he got caught doing drugs in the damn White House, whatever the heck it was. You know what I'm saying? So it never stops. You know what I'm saying? But you got to keep going. You couldn't do all the little things there. You say, listen, I'm sorry. There's no excuses. I made my mistakes. I apologize. Please forgive me. I'm coming to you, hands, palms up, wholeheartedly. I'll take your lashes. I'll take your beatings. I'll take whatever you want to give me, but I'm still here. I ain't going nowhere. And after you do that, if there's anything that you need help with, not saying you need help, anything I can help you with, I want to do it. You know, can I do anything to help take something off your plate? You grown, you have a husband now, but hey, can I come take y'all garbage out for y'all? Can I walk your dog? Can that ease something? I know you working and doing this with your kids. Can I do something? Can I sit here and wait for the cable guy? Can I run y'all clothes to the cleaners for y'all? Can I do something to help take this something off your plate? I didn't come through in this part of this stage of life, but I want to come through for this part. And I know you got your own world you've done without me, and I'm proud of you, but is it anything? You know what I mean? I know time is valuable, so if I can do this to give you an extra 15 minutes, whatever it is, do that. That's what fathers do. Not get frustrated, try to get angry, or kids say something. Oh, I'm your dad. That doesn't matter, bro. All kids should be grateful for their parents for life. If they don't get nothing else from them, both mother and father run off on you, be grateful that their union, you know what I mean, however it came, if it was a monetary trading situation, if it was love or one night stand, however the union came together, be grateful you were alive. But with that being said, it's like we still gotta do things, and we still gotta prove, and we gotta still work towards relationships. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, guys, work harder, man. If y'all ever see this, whoever out there, work harder with them kids, man. If you get to come across this, let that kid say a little something, man. You know what I mean? It's all right. They'll get over it because you wasn't with them through the beginning of the storm. So they can't instantly just take you in. They can. Some kids do it and all that, but it still come that crossroad where the father still try to check or say something. Be like, hold up, dude. I've been helping you out. I love you. I'm still here for you. I ain't turn my back, but don't come here trying to regulate nothing. A lot of dudes do that. And as I would say to kids, give your fathers a chance, man. Give your fathers a chance, man. As much as society always say, mama love you, mama's gonna be there, there's a lot of fathers there too. But they're fighting fights against their kids and the mother of their kids in the world of saying they ain't this, that, and the third. And how many people want to fight a fight of trying not to be something? Everybody gonna keep saying they are. You understand? Y'all gotta understand that. Women and kids don't realize, and I want the kids who ever come across this that's old enough to be able to teach their kids, hopefully 16, 17 and older that'll be watching this, to give dad a little mercy. You know what I'm saying? Give dad a little understanding, man. Let him tell him story. Let him get his out. You can always listen to your mama. I ain't saying disrespect your mamas. I love my mama like the next person, bro. Or if I ever come across the path of my father and we ever was to speak just in that moment, I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. However I move on after, let him get his story out, it'll be that. But I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm not saying I will believe him over my mama or would I believe her. No, but I'm grown and old enough to be able to hear things, to be able to pull out what's right and what's wrong. So I say, children, give your fathers a chance, man. Don't let the world beat them down. You know what I'm saying? Especially the ones who come wholeheartedly remorseful and loving and wants to be that, no matter if they in Excel or coming home or never coming home. You understand what I'm saying? Don't just push them out. The world already did that. Give them an opportunity, even if it's to hear your voice, even if it's to hear, like, give him a chance to still make his rights wrong, if that's what he wants to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he gets to be able to just tell you what to do. You just gotta listen to follow. No, 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 no. But if you're gonna love someone, it's your father, man. You know what I'm saying? He gets the same love and same respect as your mother. Not saying he gets 100% equal in a sense, especially if he wasn't there. I just mean overall, you guys, just give him a chance, man. You know what I mean? A lot of guys in there are good dads, man. I watch these dudes do all kind of things, hustle, get every dollar they can. Dudes, toughest dudes learn to crochet and draw just so they can just give what they think is some type of loving gesture or some type of some bit of them just to what they think is happiness for their baby. You know what I mean? They know it don't be much or the greatest or the best or that, but it's in the position a lot of them dudes are in the system. They do have a heart, man. They really do love their kids, and they're trying their best. A lot of them, not all of them, so we ain't gonna do that either. But I've witnessed a lot of dudes, man. Do all kind of things, make cakes, hustle this, draw pictures, whatever, just to get enough to send home a couple pampers or good pictures, so hopefully their daughters can see all the colors and just smile. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, guys, take accountability, man. Stop leaving these babies, man. Trust me, man. I know what it is to have a lot of money all the time, do what you want all the time for you and your people. Yeah, and then I know what it feels like. You know what I mean? When you barely got a red cent and it's like, damn, how I'm gonna feed them? How I'm gonna do this? You know what I mean? But nah, don't just go run and hit that liquor store. Don't just go hit nobody on the street. Don't just go get on that block. You know what I mean? Because you'll pay a little more in the end. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, kids are gonna respect you. Stick around, win, lose, or draw, and make